Hello, welcome to Wargamer. I'm your host, Rob. This is the Age of Sigmar Stat Center, where we look at events from all around the world and we try and talk about consistent trends or ongoing things that are happening. Now, some very exciting news for everybody if you're an Age of Sigmar fan is, and I'm going to check it out now so you can all see, that this weekend just gone was the single largest event that we've ever done. So to quote Rob, so shout out to Rob, which is not me, different Rob, who does the stats and kind of collates them over the weekend. This is the most events in a single weekend since I, as in Rob, started doing the stats almost 5 years ago. The previous highest was in 5th of April, 2025. 15th of April, 2025. It's only ever been above 13 events 5 times in the past 5 years. We've had 474 players playing 19 events in 9 different countries. Now, something that is worth mentioning is that generally there is a slightly less people having played over this period of time or the past 3 months, but normally there's a really large singular event that happens in America called LVO, which normally adds 200 to 400 people kind of onto that roster. That event has now moved to October, so it is kind of messing with our year-in-year numbers. So there are the most events we've ever had, but slightly less players, but I would argue that actually that's because of LVO, which is what me and Rob have said. There was also a team event this weekend as well, which pushes that number of people just playing AOS this weekend at least over 500, and this doesn't include any 2-day events either. So generally what we're saying is the health of at least event Age of Sigmar is very good. Also, lots of events are on, lots of people are playing, which is good, and for the consumer, as in you, the viewer, that means that there is more variety of places to play for you and, you know, spend your hard-earned money, which I think is super useful if you ever want to come to Nottingham, to come to the TSN Arena. I think it's the best money you can ever spend, but that's a side note, right? Wherever it might be. So that means this weekend we are going to be looking at the Cherokee Open, Old Man Gaming Open, Le Classique de Hiver, so USA, Canada, Finland, Australia, Poland, Sweden, China, England again, Canada, USA, and Scotland. Scotland. So we're going to dive straight in and look at all these results. Super exciting to see so many people playing. The first event that we're going to be looking at this weekend is the Cherokee Open in North Carolina in the United States of America. And that is 62 people battling it out. Let's go. Fuck ice. And if we take a look at the results, we can see we've got 2 5-0s. Fabian Barbus and Mackenzie Ewing. Love Mackenzie. Running Cities of Sigmar and Soulblight Gravelords. Then, if we take a look in the 5-0 section, 4-1 section, we've got Maggotkin and Nurgle ×2, Nighthorn, Maggotkin and Nurgle ×3, Slaves of Darkness, Flesh Eater Courts, Stormcast Eternals, and Skaven. Is this the emergent? We've been waiting for the Nurgle army to be hitting the tabletop. We haven't seen it yet, but that's because it's been a production issue. Are we going to see hordes of either Bestigor or Plague Bearers or Rot Swords? I can't wait to find out. But let's take a look at the 2 champions, Fabian Barbus and Mackenzie Ewing. Fabian Barbus is running a list called 1990 out of 2,000 points. A Cities of Sigmar Fearless Exemplars list with Intercept and Recover and Master Pass. So we got a Fusel Major on Ogre Warhawk, 2 Free Guild Command Corps, 3 Guild Cavaliers that reinforce Ironwell Great Cannon, then a Free Guild Marshal and Relic Envoy, 2 more Command Corps, taking this up to 4, count it, 4 Command Corps. They never got the unique keyword. Games Workshop laughing as they dry their eyes with loads of money because of the amount of Free Guild Command Corps that they've sold. It's like in the office, should we make it unique? And it's like, well, let me just check the sales data. Wow. No. We should just keep making loads of money. Okay, cha-ching, cha-ching. The best thing to do with these, obviously, is to kit bash them and then 3D print them. And then we've got a Free Guild Marshal and Relic Envoy, a Battle Mage, and then we have the Regiment Renowned Skyport Profiteers also in the list as well. Now, this is a kind of a throwback. 2 Battle Scrolls ago, you definitely would have seen this as being like one of the stronger armies. But actually, Fabian, who has been consistently playing Cities of Sigmar and has been improving constantly with this army and iterating and changing it up. So really, you're looking at a master at work here, I would argue. And obviously, you brought in this fantastic Regiment Renown, which I've covered in a previous video. Go check out my Regiments vid. Fabian, great job. Mackenzie Ewing is running a list called Imagine Living Forever and Realizing the Hardest Part Isn't the Blood or the Darkness. It's keeping the same promise night after night, like telling someone for all eternity that you're never gonna... Yes, I just got rickrolled. Fuck you, Mackenzie. Fuck you. Okay, so Mackenzie was running a Soulblight Gravelord's Bacchanal of Blood list with Restless Energy and Wrathful Cycles, running Neferata, Deadwalker Zombies that were reinforced, and the Scourge of Grand Corpse Car. Then a Vengo Lord, some True Blades, Death Rattle Skeletons, Radikar the Beast, another unit of True Blades, Kasagi Night Guard, and Vargists, all reinforced as well. Super exciting. Very, very interesting. Little MSU. A Skirk and True Blades, super effective right now. Go read their War Scroll. Ability to make it so they fight in your turn. So good. Radikar still excellent as well. And obviously combos super nicely with the Kasagi, the Vargis. This is a super techie list. It doesn't have a very obvious hammer, which I think it makes it even more interesting. It's got good board presence. Really interesting list. Just a terrible list name. Hate you. Okay, right. If we jump into Tobias, it's running a Magikin of Nurgle, Taliban of Nurgle list with Incept Recover and Master Pass. We got Rotigus. This is the new book. Glotkin, Sloven Knights, Horticulate Slimworks, Beast of Nurgle with some Nurglings, and Poxbringer, Reinforced Unit of Plague Bearers, Belga the Sith Witch, and some Pox Wretches. So the Sloven Knights, running around right next to the Glotkin is such an obvious combo, but obviously super useful. And then a bunch of the heroes, which I think is interesting. But, you've still got a lot of wound density in one unit of Plague Bearers and all of the characters to help them. Scott Pafaf was running a list called Gifts for Everyone because these new models are dope. A Magikin of Nurgle, Taliban of Nurgle list with Incept and Recover and Restless Energy. You got Rotigus, Reinforced Unit of Plague Bearers, Belga and a Lord of Plagues, a unit of Rot Swords, a unit of Sloven Knights, a Reinforced Unit of Rot Swords, Horticulate Slimworks, and then a Shaman and a Reinforced Unit of Pestigore. Now, it might not seem like a lot, but one Reinforced Unit of Rot Swords and one Reinforced Unit of Pestigores is loads and loads and loads of health on the board. 80 health on the board, that's crazy. Then you've got Rotigus to add into it, stop the healing. Super effective. I think Nurgle is going to be a real problem, as we can see in the stat show, which is the next video you'll probably see from me. Then we've got Damian Lopez running a list called Gaslight Gatekeep Girl Boss, which is a Nighthorn Quicksilver Geese list with Restless Energy and Wrathful Cycles. We've got Lady Alinda, some Chain Gas, Lord Vitriolic, 2 units of Pygeist, Guiding the Souls, Chain Gas, and 2 units of Grimgas Reapers. Really asking the question, will you just stand around on circles all the time and play a game? And the answer is yes, well done, Damien. If Gargant players can do it, why can't Nighthawk players do it, I think? Robert Colt, running a list called Rot, Roll, and Regret, a Magikin of Nurgle, Taliban of Nurgle list. Is that 100% Taliban of Nurgle? A Tune Tinkeran and Master the Past with the Battle Tactics with Gotkin and some Sloven Knights. Then Harbinger Decay, Lord of Plagues, Reinforced Unit of Rot Swords, Belga, Shaman Foulhoof, Reinforced Unit of Pestigores, and Gelgus Pust. All great units. Again, a lot of health on the board, lots of utility, both from Belga, Harbinger, and also the Glotkin. And the Glotkin and Sloven Knights combo is something think you'll see a lot. Logan Young, running a list called Is This List Any Good? I guess we'll see if Rob reads it on Monday. He'll probably say something like, oh yeah, there's the Chaos Lord and his chosen Wrecking Ball. And I mean, he will be right, but also I brought a Dwarf and his cannons. That's got to count for something. Anyway, none of this matters if I can't win 4 games, so I'm probably just wasting my time typing this out. If I do make it onto stream though, neat. Shout out to the Brood Brothers in Fredericksburg, VA. Shout out to them. Do shout out still count as a list name? I guess I'll find out if anyone decides to read this far down. Special shout out to the Brood Brothers in Fredericksburg, VA. I don't know where VA is. Okay, right, what we got? Slaves to Darkness, God's Wrath Warband, running Instant Recover and Restless Energy. We've got a Chaos Sorcerer Lord, 3 units of Chaos Warriors. I like that. That's great. That's 20 health with a 3-up save 3 times. Great for objective control, board presence, screening, tying stuff up. Very excellent. A Chaos Lord and a Reinforced Unit of Chosen. Kind of like a Wrecking Ball. A unit of Chaos Knights. And I'll tell you what does count for something. The Cursed Steel Battery as a Regiment of Renown. With the Demon Smith, Deathstreaker Rocket Battery, and the Tormentor Bombard. Being able to bring those units in so that you're going to be able to get some ranged presence and early game pressure is super useful. That's really good. That's effective. And it's just probably run by a genius. Logan, probably a genius. Probably should get tested at Mensa, I think. Get tested. You should get tested for something, let me tell you. Okay, now we're going to move on to Calvin Rary running a list called Azaz Off on Smoko at the servo with Robbo, the chippy blasting Akadaka puffing darts. A Flesh Eater Court's Royal Menagerie list with Restless Energy and Incept and Recover. Running a Borant Ghoul King and Royal Zombie Dragon, 3 Royal Terrorgeist and a Zombie Dragon, and a Borant Ghoul King and Royal Terrorgeist, a Marexquell Herald, and 2 units of Royal Beast Flayers. Boom, lots of monsters. I made a video about that, a masterclass video. Go check it out. Should give you the info. It's nice doing these videos. Hey, I've covered that in a previous video. Check it out. That's cool. Cody Bates running a list called Cherokee. A Stormcast Eternals Thunderhead host with Restless Energy Scouting Force. You got Lord Commander Bastion Karthlos, Vanguard Paladors with Starstrike Javelins that were reinforced. You know, if you painted 6 of those up a year and a half ago, or even like 4.5 years ago, you've just got pure value out of those. Even more value out of Vanguard Raptors long-strike crossbows, unit of Vigilers, Knight Relictor, and 3 units of Quest of Soul Sworn. So I think it's really good. Cody took the only units really you can take in this army and use them really effectively. Great job. Great job, Cody. That's more, Cody, that's not a criticism of your list. That's a criticism of the Stormcast roster, right? You are great. Continue on. Hugh Voigt V was running a list called Heat Check, which is a Skaven Fleshmail Menagerie list with Scourge of Grand Gracier on Screaming Bell, Reinforced Unit of Doom Flayers, Plague Pack, Reinforced Unit of Rat Ogres, Scourge of Grand on Brood Terror, Master Molder, Reinforced Unit of Rat Ogres, Reinforced Unit of Rat Ogres in the list as well. Fantastic. 3 units of Reinforced Rat Ogres, Soggy Gracier on Screaming Bell, Doom Flayers, Brood Terror, Master Molder. Now, it's such a good army that fights in like a ball, right? Because the Rat Ogres don't run super fast. You've got all the supporting pieces, so a big Wrecking Ball. And if that Wrecking Ball can hit your Wrecking Ball, I think you're in a good spot, right? 2 kind of lines clashing against each other. But as I saw on the stream this weekend, and if you don't know, on Patreon and also YouTube membership, we have Phil, who's like a national level player, was running the new LRL army. And those are going to be up as videos very soon. And you saw just the speed, a very similar list run by Andy. You saw the speed of the new LRL being able to punch into it. But I think if this army can fight kind of another mid-board army, kind of Iron Jaws as an example, then I think it's in such a solid place. And shout out to Hugh for doing so well. That's everything that happened at the Cherokee Open. I hope everyone had a great time. A special shout out to the TOs, Frontline Gaming and Jake Jacobson for running the event. Congratulations for being heroes for your community. Let's look at the next event. Our next event takes us to the USA again, fuck ice, and we're at Monroe, Michigan for the Old Man Gaming Open. I know what you ask yourself, Rob, there's no way you got pictures from inside of there. Well, don't you fucking worry. I got pictures right now from Old Man Gaming. Here is a absolutely electric amount of awards and trophies and championship belts. A lot of people loving a belt, and there you can see the little cute patooties running the event. They look great. Shout out. I mean, there's a lot of banners. There's a lot of banners. I love how much they've committed to banners, which is cool. All right, anyway, if we go look at the placings, we can see that we've got one person in the 5-0 category called Alex Dent running Maggotkin of Nurgle. And then in the 4-1 section, we've got Stormcast Eternals, Maggotkin of Nurgle again. I am sensing a theme. Sylvaneth, Cities of Sigmar, Iron Jaws, Blades of Khorne, Ossiarch Bone Reapers, Disciples of Tzeentch. That won't be the new Tzeentch book, unless they let them play, which I doubt. So taking a look at the 5-0, the Maggotkin of Nurgle, Taliban of Nurgle list called COVID Booster Boys, which is Wrathful Cycles and attuned to Garan, with Shaman Foulhoof, a reinforced unit of Pestigors, Belga, a Lord of Blights, Pox Wretches, reinforced unit of Putrid Blight Kings, Harbinger Decay, and Horticulus Limux, Beasts of Nurgle and some Nurglings, Lord of Plagues, reinforced unit of Rot Swords. So, I mean, like I said, these Rot Swords and or Pestigor are going to be an issue. We have a unit of Putrid Blight Kings that were reinforced as well, which I think is interesting, and the Pestigor. So that's just a lot of health. That's now over 100 health in this army. That power of the Taliban of Nurgle is going to come in so central. And this is interesting because it's an army that probably is going to get nerfed because its win rate's over 60%. However, in addition to that, it's almost the perfect LRL bunker buster army. So we'll have to see if that gets nerfed before LRL takes to the streets, as they say. Dan Sasala is running a list called Games Workshop. Please lower the points of our big dragons. Them and Maw Crushers are the largest models in the game without a built-in ward. He is correct. some of the smartest stuff I've seen said ever. Stormcast Eternals Lightning Echelon list running Intercept and Recover and Master the Path. So we've got Lord Commander Bastion Karthlos, Reinforced Unit Stormdrake Guard, Unit of Vanguard Hunters, a Unit of Vanguard Raptors with long-strike crossbows, a Knight Relictor, some Liberators, Quest of Soulsworn, and a Reinforced Unit of Vanquishers. Cool. Now, this is quite an interesting list. Stormdrake Guard don't see a lot of play. Obviously, Vanguard Raptors alongside crossbows so good in the counter-shoot meta. I was reminded this weekend just of how much and how obnoxious, obviously, being able to shoot in your opponent's turn is with a command ability, in case, obviously, you don't know that. So effective, and it's just so useful. Then, obviously, the teleport from the Knight Relictor, Libs, Quest of Soulsworn, so effective. Vanquish is good as well. Very cool list, very interesting. Thanks, Dan, for running something very unique. Jack Carwood was running a list called I Can Feel Your Sickness, I Can Show You Your Disease. A Magic of Nurgle, Taliban of Nurgle list with Master Paths and Restless Energy. We've got Rotigus, Nurglings, Plague Drones, Reinforced Unit of Plague Bearers, Poxbringer, Belga, Lord of Plagues, Rot Swords that are reinforced, Sloven Knights that are also reinforced. Wow. Again, some of these are kind of key components. It does seem like Rotigus is featuring a lot, but not always. Sometimes it's Glockin. Belga is also in the list a lot. So cheap at 120 points. Crazy. But those Rot Swords reinforced. Sloven Knights appear again. Plague Bearers reinforced again. 260 points for 40 health is nuts. So, yeah, Nurgle doing really well. Chris Fuentes is running a list called My Sylvaneth list name is not another Lorax quote. Sylvaneth Wargrover, the burgeoning list with Master Path and Intercept and Recover. With Scourge Grand Drycha, a reinforced unit of Revenant Seekers, the Soggy type, and a reinforced unit of Spike Rider Lancers. So that's pretty interesting. 12 Bug Riders flying around. Warsong Rev, Spike Revs, Tree Revs, Branch Witch, and some Kernoth Hunters with Scythes. So it's a very dynamic army style. Very fast, very punchy, can do a lot of stuff, which normally Sylvaneth, I think Sylvaneth are normally pretty fast, normally because they always have Belthanos in. But this is a very different type, and I'm really happy to see it do so well. Brian Newstone was running a list called Forest Defenders, which is a City Sigmar Veteran Cannoneers list with Master of the Paths and Restless Energy, with Talia, 2 Great Cannons, a Sorceress on Black Dragon, and Reinforced Unit of Drakespawn Knights, Reinforced Unit of Executioners, a Battle Mage, Reinforced Unit of Free Guild Fusiliers, and some Wilder Corpse Hunters. Now, again, seeing cities doing okay in the 4-1 section is giving me good energy, but this is a wild list. Talia, very rarely taken. Sorcerers on Black Dragon, never taken. Drakespawn Knights, never taken. And Executioners. Now, the War Scrolls for Drakespawn Knights and Executioners is actually pretty decent. Sorcerers on Black Dragon, I don't think is decent at all. So this is an incredible list to do so well. So shout out to Brian, that's really impressive. Emmett Morton was running a list called Frostjaws with Intercept and Recover and Master Paths, with Godrak, 2 Morgrunter Gougers, a Toss Boss on Morgrunter, Zogrok Anvil Smasher, a Weird Knob Shaman, Ardboys, Brutes, and then a Scourge Grand Weird Brute Wreckers. Fantastic results. There, love to see it. Godrak shouldn't be so cheap and just should be more effective. Morgrunter Gouges are cheap enough now, and the Tusk Boss on Morgrunter is good. Zogrok and the Ardboys is interesting, and the Brutes even more interesting. Very fighty army in the midboard. I love to see it, actually. I love to see it. Then we got Andrew Lack running new Corny Pops, which is Blades of Corn, the Gore Tide, with Master Pass and Restless Energy, with a Blood Secretor, a Reinforced Unit of Blood Warriors, another Reinforced Unit of Blood Warriors, 2 units of Blood Reavers, Realmgore Ritualist, 2 units of Wrathmongers, Karanak and Claws of Karanak. And obviously with the Battle Scroll update that we got just before Christmas, I'm expecting to see more Khorne do well. Those Blood Warriors now are one of the tankiest and also outputish units in the Khorne roster and in many rosters, which is very good. It's a little techie, it's a little difficult to play, and so, some people have moved away from it, but I think it's great. Well done to Andrew. Gabriel is running a list called the Adaptive Mechanical Martian Rats, a Skaven Gathering of the Clans list, with a Gracier on Screaming Bell, a Brood Terror, 2 units of Rat Ogres, and 20 Clan Rats, and then a Plague Priest on Plague Furnace with 2 units of 20 Plague Monks and a Plague Claw. Now, those Plague Monks were starting to become incredibly popular pre-Christmas and were super good. So it's nice to see them in here as well. Rat Ogres, very punchy mid-board army that's very scary, and obviously it's got the teleports as well. Lastly, we have Andrew Shower running a list called Every Time Kairos Lives on One Wound, a Lord of Change gains its wings. Don't worry, man. My army does no damage. It's just a bunch of 4/4s, man. What's the worst that could possibly happen? Siege is a narrative army, man. Nothing to be afraid of. Everyone loves playing against Siege, man. Don't fret it at all. Now, this was the old book. So we're not going to read through it, but Andrew's list is worth reading through. A special shout out to the tournament organizers, to Old Man Gaming. It seems like they're going to be planning on running a lot of events around the Michigan area. So if you're in that area, you want to go to these, you should go check them out. There's some links on BCP. You can message them, get involved. And they seem like a great group of guys. As I've shown you in the pictures, they're putting on some, look at this, some fantastic looking events. So you go check it out if you can. Our next event takes us to French Canada. Je suis bibliothèque for Le Classique de Hiver 2026, organized by Charlie Batinet. So shout out to Charlie. Now, if we take a look at the event results, we can see that we got 2 5-0s in Jordi LaRue and Danik Gagne. Then we got Slaves to Darkness, Maggotkin of Nurgle, Ogre Tribe, Sylvaneth, Maggotkin of Nurgle again in the list. I don't know if you've noticed how much Maggotkin of Nurgle have been the 4-1-5-0, but it's becoming apparent to me. Taking a look at the list, Jordi LaRue is running a list called Oilmel, which is an Iron Jaws Grunter Stampede list with Intercept and Recover and Master the Paths, with Godrak and a Tusk Boss, Kragnos and a Tusk Boss, a Mega Boss and a Tusk Boss, in a Hero Hammer Iron Jaws list that went 5-0. The problem I find is that more of you are not trying to do this. What an excellent result from Geordie. Excellent work. Danik was running a list called TMTNT, which is a Skaven Fleshmeld Menagerie list with Master of the Paths and Scouting Force, with Lord Screech Vermin King, a unit of Night Runners. Also, have you heard the rumours about new Eshin models apparently coming out this year for AOS? Keep that in your noggin. Apparently that's happening. Reinforced unit of Rat Ogres. I think the new way I might drop rumours is halfway through a stat show. I think that's the dream. Another reinforced unit of Rat Ogres. A Scourgy Grand Gracier and Screaming Bell. Clan Rats, Plague Monks, and a Scourgy Grand Brood Terror. Love to see it. Very cool. Rat Ogres, again, quintessential part of this. Screech Vermin King is a crazy pick because I think he's terrible. He's like a absolutely bottom barrel unit. To see that doing so well in a 5-0 list is amazing. Gracier on Screaming Bell, great. Clan Rats, Plague Monks, and the obviously Soggy Brood Terror. I think hoping that Soggy Brood Terror sticks around post the summer, that would be really cool to see. Now looking at the 4-1 section, we got Philippe Monjou running Bellacor's Burger Shack, which was a Slaves to Darkness Champions of Chaos list with Master Paths and Restless Energy. We've got Be'lakor, an Ogre Myrmidon, a reinforced unit of Therodons, Mindstealer's Pharynx, Ogre Myrmidon, another reinforced unit of Therodons, a Myrmidon, Chaos Sorcerer Lord, and a Myrmidon. Now, this is super great. This is super great. 1 second. Right, we talked about the rise of the Therodons with the points reduction in the latest Battle Scroll. Super exciting times for everybody. Philippe, you have proven yourself to be a champion. This is a great list. You're a genius. Gabriel Samson was running a list called Tree Huggers, which was a Master of the Paths, Restless Energy, Maggotkin of Nurgle, Taliban and Nurgle list with Rotigus, Poxbringer, Rot Swords, both of which were reinforced, Sloven Knights, Belga, Cankerborn, Lord of Plagues, Pox Wretches in the list. So that's cool. The double Rot Swords, we talked about that potentially happening. If they put the points up on Rot Swords, you can always pivot to either Plague Bearers, which are 260 points, or Pestigores, which are 260 points for reinforced unit. So that's all super exciting news. Love to see it. Then Jan Lecoff is running a list called De Cure et Subtitule. I think I've said that perfectly. Which is an Ogre Tribes Beast Handlers list with Intercept, Recover, Master Pass, with a Frostlord and Stonehorn, a Scourging Grand Iron Blaster, a Huskguard and Stonehorn, some Stonehorn Beast Riders, Huskguard and Stonehorn, Slaughtermaster, and then the Regiment Renowned De Hurtling Hogs. So all big monsters, charging all the time, doing all the damage. Great list from Jan. Then we've got Francois Gabriel LeBlanc Vizina, who's running a list called SYL, Cruelty, Swiftness, and Melancholy, which is a Sylvaneth Wargrover the Burgeoning list with Master Pass and Inceptor on cover. Got Belthanos, reinforced unit of hunters with scythes, a unit of Scourgigaran Dreicher, and then a reinforced unit of Scourgigaran Revenant Seekers, and then some Spike Rider Lancers, Warsong Rev in the list as well. Even faster than the list we talked about earlier. Belthanos plus the Soggy Revenants, super punchy, punchy list. Very cool to see. And then Amori Rospa are running a list called Fast and Slick or Fat and Sick, Magikin of Nurgle, Taliban of Nurgle list. I think I'm getting sick of reading these out. Running Rotigus, Poxbringer, 2 units of Plague Bearers, 2 units of Reinforced Plague Bearers, Glockin, and then a reinforced unit of 20 Rot Swords. Just for the math of it, in case you're interested, that is 120 health on the board. From with like either 5-up ward saves or can get 5-up ward saves. It's crazy. Nurgle is crazy. Currently sat at 60% win rate, just FYI. Anyway, Viva Liberty, Viva Quebec, Viva French Canada, and I hope you all had a fun time at La Classique d'Hiver, organized by Charlie. Thanks for being a great member of your community, and I hope to see it grow and expand in the future. Our next event takes us over to Finland. That's right, Finland, where we've got 38 people battling it out in Helsinki. So we are specifically going over to here, to Helsinki Uusimaa. Shout out to everybody there. 38 people, and it'll be no surprise, organized by Chemo. Thanks for being a hero to your community. It'll be no surprise to me or you, Antu was our winner. I think he maybe has won almost every single Finnish event ever in the world ever, running Stormcast Eternals. But we've also then got Simo with 4 in a draw, and then we've got Iron Jaws, Blades of Corn, Hedonites of Slanesh in the 4-1 section. So take a look at Antu's list. His list is called Dus Voltcast Eternals. Okay, so just taking a look, we've got a Thunderhead host list with Restless Energy Scouting Force. We've got Lord Commander Bastian Karthlos, 2 units of reinforced Vanguard Paladors, 1 unit of reinforced Vanguard Paladors with Starstrike Javelins, and 1 unit of Vanguard Raptors, Longstrike Crossbows, Vigilus, Quest of Soulsworn, Knight Relictor, and 2 units of Quest of Soulsworn. So you kind of like cookie cutter Stormcast Eternals list. Then we've got Simo running a list called Kivisiku Lister. I've said that wrong. Sons of Behemoth Manskittle Mob list with Master Pass and Restless Energy. We've got Gatebreaker, 3 Mancrusher Gargants and a Mancrusher Mob, and then a Gatebreaker and 2 Mancrusher Gargants. Very fun. Very nice break from 4 bigs. He's having a bunch of littles running around. Very cool for Simo. Then we've got Max Mueller running a list called Talviosta, which is a Master Pass, Intercept and Recover Uruk Ironclaw's Iron Jaws list with Godrak, 2 reinforced units of Brutes, Zogrok Anvil Smasher, Mega Boss on Maw Crusher, Scourgigaran Weirbrute Wreckers ×2, and a Tusk Boss on Maw Grunter. I gotta say, I feel like very fighty mid-board armies feel like they're in an okay place, maybe into a Nurgle-style meta. Not too bad. Marcus is running a list called Blades of Corn, called Thirst, which is a Blades of Corn Baleful Lords list with Interceptor and Cover and Restless Energy. Got a Wrath of Corn Bloodthirster, a Bloodthirster of Infected Fury, a Bloodthirster of Infected Fury, Bloodthirster of Incensant Rage, and a Bloodthirster of Incensant Rage. 5 Thirsters still doing work. Oh boy. And then we have the Aesir Timoan list. Running is Gultwald Endgame. Okay, a Hedonites of Slanesh list with Sigvald, a Lord of Pain, a reinforced unit of Slangor Fiendbloods, some Twin Souls, some Blissbarb Archers, some Twin Souls, some Blissbarb Archers, and then Glutos and 3 units of Twin Souls is what we are seeing. And I hope they had a lovely time. I hope everyone in Finland had a lovely time. Our next event takes us to Straya. Up to Straya for the Southern Smash GT 2026. Shout out to everybody over there. So, organized by Mark N. Shout out to Mark. This was in Camden Park, SA, at the Junction, I think. So if you get the chance to go there, check it out, please do. If we take a look at the event results, we can see that we got Kyle with Disciples of Zinch, which will be the old book hitting a 5-0. Then we're jumping straight into 4-1s with or fours and draws with Soulblight Gravelords, Blades of Khorne. Then we've got Blades of Khorne again, Sons of Behemoth, and Hellsmiths of Ashut with a 4-1, which I think will make a lot of people happy. So Carl was running a list called Oh No, It's Garan Down My Pants. Okay, and because he was running the old book, we won't read through the list. Then we got Matthew Slattery running Soulblight Gravelords in the 4 and a draw. With your request to fight has been received, please wait in the queue for your opportunity to activate a Bacchanal of Blood Soulblight Gravelords list with Restless Energy and Wrathful Cycles. He's running a Vengo Lord, 3 units of Skirgan True Blades, which, as we said, you should go check out the War Scroll, Varghese, Radikar the Beast, and the Kasagi Night Guard, Direwolves and Varghese, and the Summer King's Entourage, as well with Usharan, Crypt Guard, and Morbeg Knights. So you've got this fight last mechanic, you've got Big Summer King Usharan to do some fighting for you, you've got Radikar, the True Blades, super cool. Matthew Slattery, what a great list. John Fazalraki was running a list called I'm Losing My Battle with Autism and I'm Making It Everyone Else's Problem. He's running Blades of Khorne, the Baleful Lords list with Restless Energy and Master Pass, with Scarbrand, a Bloodthirster of Insensate Rage, Bloodthirster of Unfettered Fury, a Rathacorn Bloodthirster, and then a Bloodthirster of Unfettered Fury. 4 big Bloodthirsters and Scarbrand. Well done, John. That's great. Got Patrick Nevin running a list called Generic Gore Pilgrims 44, Can't Seem to Face the Facts, which is a Blades of Khorne Bloodbound Warhound list. Oh my god. Bloodbound Warhorde list with Wrathful Cycles and Restless Energy. Got a Bloodstoker, 2 reinforced units of Skull Reapers, then a Rogue Ritualist, 2 reinforced units of Blood Reavers, and a Skull Grinder and some Wrathmongers, and then a Deathbringer, Claws of Karanak, and then Regiment Noun, Brands Oathbound, which is just great for doing tactics and running around the board for sure. And also small individual units to give up Blood Tithe, which I think is quite clever. The MSU Blood Tithe building here is super useful. So that's cool to see. And then John McGrath's running a list called Did Somebody Say Car Park Beers? 4. What becomes a man when games gone past him? A Sons of Behemoth, take a tribe list with Restless Energy and Interceptor on cover. Got a Beast Smasher, 2 Man Crusher Gargants, a War Stomper, a Man Crusher Mob, and the Scourge of Grand Kraken Eater Mega Gargant. So Gargant's still in play. Seems like the Nurgle has not really hit the Australian scene yet. I hope everyone had a great time. Our next event takes us to England for the Sheffield Slaughter with 32 people battling it out in Sheffield, actually, at the gaming centre. Is it called Sanctuary in Sheffield? Wait, hold on. What does it say? Outpost in Sheffield. Lovely gaming centre in Sheffield if you want to go over and play there. So looking at the results, we can see Sylvaneth have got a 5-0. Then we've got Soulblight Gravelords, Ironeth Deepkin, Blades of Khorne, Flesh Eater Courts, and Maggotkin of Nurgle one more time. So we've got Daniel Schulten-Hurst running Dreicher, hardly know her. One of the best jokes. It's just a great gag, isn't it? Running Wargrover the Burgeoning with Master Pass and Restless Energy. We've got a Scourge Grand Dreicher, Reinforced Unit of Revenant Seekers, a unit of Tree Revs, Warsong Revenant, Branch Witch, Kurnoth Hunters with Kurnoth Scythes, the Twist World, and Belthanos. Super good list. Super good list. New book coming out soon, probably end of March. Very exciting time for the community. This has been a really solid army after the index, ups and downs over time. Super useful, great result. Andy Hughes is running a list called New, which is a Soulblight Gravelords Bacchanal of Blood list with Restless Energy and Scouting Force, with a Vengo Lord, a Skirgan True Blades ×3, Vordry, 2 units of Blood Knights, Radikar the Beast, Kasagi Night Guard, and some Varghests. So, yeah, you know, again, I've said this many, many times on this show. Soulblight Gravelords is easily the widest book, lots of ways to play. But it does seem Soulblight Gravelords had a bit of an uptick with a lot of people really leaning into a Skirgan True Blades. So I've got to say, it feels like they're generally on the upswing as an army because people are pivoting to different units. And that's pretty interesting because no one's really talking about Soulblight. And I think that's good for them. Vinosh is running a list called Test, which is a Vampire Coast, Ironeth Deepkin, Achillean Beastmasters list. I've actually seen this army in person. It's fantastic. It's an amazing hobby achievement. It's an Ironeth Deepkin army, which looks like a Vampire Coast army. So good. And Vinosh is also just 11 out of 10 human being. Right, he's running Master Path and Restless Energy with an Eidolon Mathlon of the Sea, Aspect to the Sea, sorry. 2 units of Reavers, Then he's running Mathella, Oracle of the Abyss, and a reinforced unit of Ishling Guard, then a Leviathan, and some more Sar Guard as well. So he's definitely going along a different list tech to what we've seen from all of the Sharks, and has been the only IDK list we've read out this week so far. So well done to Vinosh. That's a great result. Christoph, love Christoph, great guy. Running The Answer Is Always More Bloodletters, which is a Blades of Khorne murder host list with Scouting Force from Restless Energy. Running a Wrath of Khorne Bloodthirster, reinforced unit of Bloodletters ×2, 2 Claws of Karanak, a Bloodmaster, a reinforced unit of Bloodletters, and then 2 units of Blood Crushers for 60 Bloodletters, 2 units of Blood Crushers, 2 units of Claws of Karanak, and a Wrath of Khorne Bloodthirster. That is a lot of health on the board. It's a lot of fighting. That's excellent to see. Simon Eccles, Sharp Speckles, running a list called Slaughter List, which is a Flesh Eater Courts Lords of the Manor list with Primal Energy. And he's running... Why has he written his battle tactics down? Fucking Speckles. Where's his battle tactics? Jesus Christ. Okay, anyway. Running Usharan, a reinforced unit of Crypt Flayers, and a Borant Ghoul King of Royal Terrorgeist, Royal Beast Flayers, and a Borant Cardinal, a reinforced unit of Crypt Horrors, Scourge Grand, a Borant Gore Warden, and some Crypt Guard. Woohoo! Fantastic result, Speckles, going 4-1. That's great to see. Then we've got one last list by Nick Tinklin, running a Magikin of Nurgle list called Wait, the Glotkin's Actually Good, which is a Magikin of Nurgle, Taliban of Nurgle list with Master Paths and Wrathful Cycles. We've got Glotkin, Lord of Plagues, reinforced unit of Rot Swords, Sloven Knights, Gutrot Spume, a small unit of Pestigore, Cankerborn, and then the Regiment Renowned, the Cursed Steel Battery, adding a bit of shooting into the very cheap, very effective Nurgle, I think is hilarious, especially with the damage you can do from the Taliban of Nurgle, then add in some ranged output. Very cool list, Nick. I hope that's great. I hope everyone had a great time. Sheffield Slaughter is a yearly event that happens in Sheffield. If you want to go check it out in the future, you should. Hey, just a quick FYI, I actually missed the Hellsmith list from the Australian event run by Adam Williamson. So special sorry to Adam. I apologize for doing that. And also everyone who was excited. But I caught it, even though it was an event after. So he was running a list called I Am the Bull God, which is a Hellsmith of a Shot, the Bullfather's Horns army with Inceptor and Cover and Wrathful Cycles. He had Uruk-Tar, 2 reinforced units of Bull Centaurs, then a Dominator engine with Bane Maces, a reinforced unit of Infernal Razzers with Blunderbusses, a Demon Smith on Infernal Taurus, and a Dominator engine with Immolation Cannons. Now that's legit a fast, punchy list. You've got some 2-up Armor Save Dominators, great. You've got the super fast Demon Smith and Uruk-Tar. You've got some pretty good ranged poke with the Razzers, and then 2 reinforced unit of Bull Centaurs. I'd say this is a pretty rock solid list. And I think if I was iterating on Hellsmiths, this is probably where I'd end up. This is an army that did not come out of the wash very well when the book was released, and it would be really fun to see people being able to play this. And I don't think this isn't overcommitting to Bull Centaur spam. It's 2 units. It's actually got quite a lot of options. It's got 2 different types of Dominator engines. It's got a shooting unit, Uruk-Tar. Very cool to see. Our next event is the 2026 Big Beef Beatdown. I'll say it one more time for anyone at the back of the room. The Big Beef Beatdown in the USA, so fuck ice, obviously, in Omaha. So if you are around this area and when you want to go hang out with Matt Shantz, Billy Klingham, Matt Shantz and Sean Freed, who have been they have been great, heroes to their community, then you should go check it out. Now, if we take a look at the results, we can see Ben Bauman is running Magickin of Nurgle. Oh, boy. Running Dustin, then Flesh Eater Courts, Blades of Khorne, Flesh Eater Courts again, Magickin of Nurgle again, Magickin of Nurgle again. Whoa. That's all I'm going to say is whoa. Ben Bauman was running a list called Wall of Meat, which is a Magickin of Nurgle, Taliban of Nurgle list with a Tuned Grand and Master Pass, with a Harbinger of Decay, Lord of Blights, Reinforced Unit of Putrid Blight Kings, Belga, Lord of Plagues, Pox Wretches, Rot Swords, Rotbringer Sorcerer, Shaman Foulhoof, and some Pestigore. Woo! Oh my God. Well done to Ben. Then we've got Dustin Foreman, who is running a list called Mutalith has always been a Slaves to Darkness model. It lives. I personally think it should be a Zinch model, but here I am. I'm running, also, if I win the event, can it be renamed the Big Beef Championship? Oh, so close. Oh, you got 2nd place. Oh, Dustin. Dustin. Anyway, the Flesh Eater Courts Royal Menagerie list with Restless Energy and Inceptor Recover. You got the Borant Ghoul King Royal Terrorgeist, 4 Royal Terrorgeist, and the Borant Ghoul King Royal Zombie Dragon, Markscroll Herald, and Royal Zombie Dragon. All the monsters. Push it forward. Let's go. Hudris Davis is running a list called... what? What? Also says Mutalith has always been a slave to the Darkness model. It lives. Which is also, if I win the event, can it be renamed to the Big Beef Championship? What? Wait. Why have they copied each other's list name? Blades of Corn Baleful Lord's list with Interceptor cover of Wrathful Cycles with Wrath of Corn Bloodthirster, Bloodthirster and Fed Fury, Bloodthirster and Fed Fury, Scarbrand, and a Bloodthirster of Incensant Rage. I mean, I feel Incensant Rage, whatever the fuck is going on here. And then we've got Joe Cryer running a list called Mutalith has always been a Slaves to Darkness model. It lives. Also, if I win this event, can it be renamed to the Big Beef Championship? Literally everyone has got this list name, apart from the winner. Right? You fucking losers. Ben has made you all losers. Okay, anyway. Flesh Eater Court's Royal Menagerie list with Restless Energy and Interceptor on cover. Wait. With a Boron King Royal Terrorgeist, 4 Terrorgeists, Boron King on the same list as the other guy. What the fuck is going on? Lastly, George Coe is running a list called Man Will Never Be Free Until the Last King is Strangled with the Entrails of the Last Priest. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I am getting that on an Honest Wargamer t-shirt right now. What a great quote. Let's go. A Magigan of Nurgle, Taliban of Nurgle list with Attune to Garan and Master the Paths with Rotigus, 3 reinforced units of Plague Bearers, a Poxbringer, Belga the Cyst Witch, a Poxbringer, and then the Regiment of Renown, the Curse Steel Battery. Incredible. I feel like it wouldn't quite have the output that you would want it to have, but it definitely would have the board presence as a list. George Coe, great work. And lastly, Bo was running a list called Taliban, which is a Magian of Nurgle, Taliban, and Nurgle list with Master Pass and Restless Energy. We've got Rotigus, Cankerborn, Plague Drones, Great and Clean One, Reinforced Unit of Plague Bearers, a unit of Plague Bearers, Sloppy Bile Piper, and then Regiment Renown, the Godsmark Ascendant. So you've got the Demon Prince in there as well. So Great and Clean One, Rotigus. I mean, 4-1 with this is crazy. Just 2 big monsters. But I said that I think you could just run the all monsters list. Bo did it. Bo proved me right. Bo's the man. Hope everyone had a great time at the Big Beef Beatdown, which is still not been renamed to the Big Beef Championship because Ben is a star. Our next event is Du Bois GT Golden Sprue in the USA for guys, run by Joshua Keel and also Hunter Armstrong. Thanks for running a great event. It's very cool. Du Bois is always amazing. It's in New York City. If you ever want to go, it's super cool. Anyway, if we take a look at the list results, we can see that Ben Kutri is running Idoneth Deepkin in the 5-0. And then we've got Flesh Eater Courts, Seraphon, Soulblight Gravelords, and Flesh Eater Courts again. So if we take a look at Ben's list, which I think the title of it is that Chris is a massive bitch. I don't know why that's the title of his list, but there it is. He's running an Idoneth Deepkin Aether Sea Predators list with Scouting Force and Master the Paths. He's got an Eidolon Aspect to the Sea. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 Alapexes, an Icon of the Storm, a Leviathan, and also a reinforced unit of Morsar Guard. So the Infinite Shark Glitch saw this play at the weekend and get slammed by some Lumineth Realm Lords. Shout out to Ben Kutri. Chris is a big old bitch. Then we've got Ethan Beers in the 4-1 section running a list called the Golden Rule. It's actually the Golden Rule. That's actually a great pun. It's really good, actually. Running a Flesh Eater Courts Nightly Echelon list with Master of the Paths and Restless Energy. He's got a Boron King, 2 reinforced units of Crypt Flayers, an Infernal Courtier, a Royal Zombie Dragon, and then a Gore Warden and 2 reinforced unit of Crypt Horrors. That's pretty decent, actually. I think the Horrors and the Flayers are at a great price point. You've got the range threat from the Zombie Dragon as well, like it's in mobility range. It's cool. It's very cool. Harry Isaacson was running a list called Rinse and Repeat, which is a Seraphon Suncast Star Host list with Interceptor cover Restless Energy. He's got the new Slan, which is great. Reinforced Agrodons, Reinforced Agrodons, Reinforced Agrodons, Reinforced Agrodons. 24 Agrodon Lancers and a Slan. Kill 4, 3 come back. Kill 6 of them, 3 come back. Kill 6 others, 3 come back. He's also taken the Kronspine Incarnate as well, which if that isn't another giant dinosaur, I'm going to be pissed off. Very cool. Harry, great list. Corey Begley was running a list called Zero Reps in a Dream, a Soulblight Gravelord's Bacchanal of Blood list with Scouting Force and Wrathful Cycles. He's got Vampire Lord and Nightmare Steed, 2 units of Blood Knights, Blades of the Hollow King, Barrow Guard Reinforced, Death Rattle Skeletons, a Vengo Lord, some Muskirgan True Blades, and some Varghese as well. Woo! It does seem like Soulblight Gravelords are in the mix. If we weren't talking about Nurgle so much, we should be talking about Soulblight. And lastly, we've got Oscar Savistio running a list called Shout Out to the 51% win rate and Avatars of Anguish. And shout out to Ronya for the list. 4.19, the song run by Jackal. He's running a Flesh Eater Corpse Royal Menagerie list with Master Path and Restless Energy. With Ushran, 2 units of Royal Beast Flayers, an Abhorrent Ghoul King on Terrorgeist, and then 2 Royal Terrorgeist and a Zombie Dragon and an Abhorrent Cardinal. So great work from Oscar there as well. I hope everyone at Du Bois had a great time. It's a great community over there and hope to see it grow from strength to strength. Our next event takes us to Poland for the 28 people playing at the Manners and Mayhem GT, organized by our very own chatter, Chuck. Love Chuck. He's the best. I obviously not saying his name correctly, but he was the TO. And here are some pictures of the event as well. Very fun to see. Some cool prizes. Very fun time. Organized in Pulewe in Poland, if you get the chance to go. Right, looking at the 5-0, we have Skaven. And then the 4-1s, we've got Skaven again, Seraphon, Daughters of Cain, and Sylvaneth. Skaven list is pretty funny, run by Chris Yak. And his list is called Zoo, and he's running Thanquol's Mutated Menagerie Skaven list, or the Army of Renown, sorry, with Intercept and Recover and Restless Energy. Yes, Thanquol and Bone Ripper, a Hellpit Abomination, a Master Molder, 2 more Hellpits Abomination, a Scourging Ground on Brood Terror, a Master Molder, and 3 more Hellpit Abominations. So in total, he has 6 Hellpits, a Scourging Ground Brood Terror, and a Thanquol and Bone Ripper in this list. Fantastic list. In the 4-1 section, we've got Andri running a list called AASK Ogres Everywhere. A Fleshmeld Menagerie Skaven list with Scouting Force and Restless Energy. We've got a Scourging Ground Greyseer and Screaming Bell, a Doom Wheel, a Plague Pack, 2 reinforced units of Rat Ogres, a Master Molder, a reinforced unit of Rat Ogres again, a reinforced unit of Rat Ogres again. So 4 reinforced unit of Rat Ogres, and then a Scourging Ground Brood Terror. Oh boy. Skaven also popping off in Poland as well, which is normally a very tough meta. So then we have a Seraphon list run by Olgerd, running Eternal Star Host with Master Paths and Intercept and Recover. His list is called Lord Cuck, by the way. He's running Lord Croak, a Bastillodon with the Archosotek, Hunters of Honchi with Stowside Bowlers, Reinforced Unit of Croxigor and Saurus Warriors, and then a Skink Starseer, Raptidon Chargers, and 2 Spawns of Chotek. Don't forget, currently they are too cheap. And then a Some Blood pack. Very cool. I think Seraphon has play at the moment with the update, but great result there as well. That's a good list. Then we got Daughters of Cain run by Rupert, running Cauldron Guard with Marathi Cain, 2 reinforced unit of Blood Sisters, which has been a thing that's been happening recently. More of the Snake Ladies have been taken. Then a unit of Bloodstalkers, and then a Hag Queen, Doomfire Warlocks, and some Cainite Shadow Stalkers. Very, very cool. Then if we go into Sylvaneth run by Christoph, we have got a list called Patera, which is a Sylvaneth Wargroves of the Burgeoning list, with Restless Energy and Master of the Paths, and then Belthanos, reinforced unit of Hunters with Scythes, reinforced unit of Spike Rider Lancers, Scourging Ground Dreicher, a reinforced unit of Spike Revs, Tree Revs, Warsong Revenant, and a Branch Witch. So still 2 big hammer units in Belthanos. Still got Dreicher and a Warsong Rev for spell support. Just a great list, and I think a lot of people will be interested to see how... I think we should be able to put more pictures. The meme should be something we should be allowed to add as a category for best meme at the event. But it'll be cool to see. Anyway, shout out to everyone in Poland. Shout out to Chuck especially. Love the community. Hope to see it grow. Great gang. They're super cool. Can't wait to see it grow from here. Our next event takes us back to Canada for an event called Colton Speed Dating Service. Organized by the fantastic Colton Fitzpatrick in BC, Canada. If you get the chance to go over, looking at the 5-0, We can see he's quick, he's funny, he makes me loads of money. It's Carson Whitlock running Ogre More Tribes. He's running a list called Once You Get Past the Unconscionable Meat Farts Are Really Not So Bad. Here, I'll swipe right for you. Very adorable. And More Path Menaces Ogre More Tribes list with Master the Paths and Intercept and Recover. He's running a Butcher, a Reinforced Unit of Iron Guts, a Reinforced Unit of Gluttons, and some other Gluttons, and an Iron Blaster, Slaughter Master, Noblars, and Gorge and More Pack. I think the entire Ogre community will rejoice in the return of Carson, their meat overlord, and I hope he gets some tenderism in his life sometime soon. Taking a look at the other 4-1s, or the 4-1, sorry, we've got Skaven, Maggotkin, Hedonites, and Sylvaneth, Caradron Overlords also in. So we've got Taylor Gusion running Hanging On by a Limb, a Fleshmail Menagerie Skaven list with Restless Energy and Master Pass, with a Greysail and Screaming Bell, 2 reinforced units of Rat Ogres, a Scourge of Ground and Brood Terror, and a unit of Storm Fiends, and then a Plague Priest on, Plague Furnace Clan Rats, and some Plague Monks. Storm Fiends in the list, Rat Ogres. They must have saw so many Rat Ogres, it's wild. Rory Phipps is running a Magkin of Nurgle Taliban of Nurgle list with the Master Pass and Restless Energy, with Glotkin, Pushko Black Lords, Horticulate Stomachs, Festus, Slavenites, and then the Demon Prince from the Godsmark Ascendant Regiment of Renown. Wow. So now you don't even need to take any of the other stuff that we saw previously, and now you can run a Blight Lord list, apparently, and do well. Alex Butler is running a list called Best University Mediocre Snesh Experience Xylophone, which is a Heat Knights Snesh Pretenders list with Incept and Recover Master Paths. You've got Shalaxi, some Demonettes, both reinforced, Scourgigran, Slangor Fiendblood, some Slickblade Seekers, and a Keeper of Secrets. Nicely Slanesh doing well. Especially considering, oh no, they do have some Slangor Fiendbloods. Okay, just nice to see them doing well. That's all I'm going to say. Not been very common. Haven't seen a Glutos build in a while. There we go, doing well. Kyle is running a list called Plink Plink Pew Pew Flap Flap, which is a Wargrove of Burgeoning Sylvaneth list with Master Pass and Restless Energy. We've got Lady of Vines, Kurnoth Hunters with Kurnoth Greatswords, Belthanos, Gossamer Archers, Spite Rider Lancers, both of which are reinforced. Gossamer Archers is a wild pick in 2026. Scourge Grand Drycher, and some Tree Revs. Some Gossamer Archers. Wow. What the hell? And lastly, Matthias Crucial is running a list called I Mean to Smithereens has got to be the worst way to be blown. Running the Caradron Overlords, Engineers Guild Expeditionary Force list with Restless Energy and Incept to Recover, with an Admiral, an Ironclad, a soggy Grunstruck Gun Hauler, 2 Harpoon Crews that have been fully reinforced, a Garan Code Right, and some Sky Wardens. It's a great result. It's a fantastic result from Matthias. I hope he continues to play Warhammer because he's such a gent. I hope everyone in kind of this area of the world, in Canada, in BC Canada, keeps going. Great community, good vibes, great energy coming from them. I wish to sign up to Colton Speed Dating Service, please. Our next event takes us to the USA, fuck ice, a classic. But for the Dixon, now this is one of my favorite events. This is the Mad Alpaca Games Spring GT. This happened last year, I think, maybe 6 months ago. We went to the same place because it's at the Dixon Fairgrounds, okay? And it's a fucking fantastic location because if you drive up on the Thursday, it's Thrifty Thursday for a $5 admission. Tractor pulls, flying U-Bull ride in. You got a good time and good culture here, right? You can go and have a good time. Friday, maybe even go back, have a chill. So love it, love to see it. Organized by Zachary Bailey. Shout out to Zachary, running the event and being a hero to the community. Looking at the 5.0 section, we've got Skaven, also done really well this week. OCR Bone Reapers, Blades of Corn, also in the 4-1 section. So this will be old OCR Bone Reapers. So Tap Batten is running a list called Is There Cheese in the Great Beyond? I think we all need to know. Running Skaven, Fleshmail Menagerie with Master Pass and Restless Energy. We've got Grayson and Screaming Bell, Clan Rats and Clan Rats, Reinforced Doomflayers, Reinforced Warplock Jezzails, a Master Molder, 2 Reinforced Rat Ogre units, and a Scourgy Garan Brood Terror. Now, first time we've seen the Jezzails, but Rat Ogre's obviously pretty classic. Great result for Skaven. Skaven doing so well at the moment. Looking at Michael Birch, who went 4-1, he is running a list called Arise, Arise, Riders of Negashazir. Spears shall be shaken, shields shall be splintered, a sword day, a red day, ere the sun rises. Ride now, ride to Dixion, ride for ruin and the world's ending. and he's running the old OC book, so it doesn't matter what he was running. But loads of love to you, Michael. Then Thomas Reba was running a list called the Lettermen, which is a Blades of Khorne murder host list with Master Path and Wrathful Cycles. We got a Slaughter Priest, a Wrath of Khorne Bloodthirster, and a reinforcement of Bloodletters. Bloodthirster and Sense of Rage, and then a Bloodmaster. Blood Crushers, reinforced Bloodletters, and some Bloodletters again. Seems like Khorne is doing pretty well as well, actually. Looks like a great event. Looks super fun. It seems like some people there are having a good time. Hope you had a good time. Hope to see this event grow. Our next event takes us to Sweden for the Roslejet AOS 2026 with 20 players battling it out. We've got Soulblight Gravelords in the 5-0 section, run by Jonas Janssen, running a list called Vora, which is Soulblight Gravelords back in the Blood list, with Neferata, Blood Knights, Direwolves, Varghese, Prince Vordrai, Blood Knights, Lucavi, Death Rattle Skeletons, absolutely no Skirk True Blades. So now we're just looking at, again, a switch up in SBGL, right? Fantastic. Then we've got Marcus Hagberg running Ogre Moor Tribes, and he's running Master the Paths and Restless Energy with the Moorpath Menaces as a battle formation. He's got a Tyrant, a Reinforced Unit of Iron Guts, 3 Scorching Garan Noblar Scrap Launchers, which is a wild pick, a Butcher, a Reinforced Unit of Ogre Gluttons, and another unit of Ogre Gluttons. That's crazy. Then we got Magikin of Nurgle, run by Marcus, running Rotigus, Plague Drones, Plague Bearers, Poxbringer, Glockkin, Sloven Knights, Belga, and Festus the Leech Lord. New Festus as well. That's cool to see. And then another Magikin of Nurgle. Bro, these guys are so fucked. These guys are so utterly fucked. These guys are so broken. Okay, Magikin of Nurgle, Taliban of Nurgle, Restless Engine, Wrathful Cycles, with Glockkin, Plague Bearers, Plague Bearers, Augur's Demon Spew, Lord of Plagues, Reinforced Rot Swords, Sloven Knights, Gorot Spew, and Rot Swords. Congratulations to Jonas and also Marcus on the super and crazy list. I love to see it. That's great. That's cool. Let's look at the next event. Our next event takes us to China for the NCTC event, organized, I think, by the Chinese team, but it says organized by Yang, so shout out to Yang for being a hero to your community. Taking place inside a city with 34 million people, and thankfully only able to get 2 Gargant players out of all of that, so actually pretty good numbers. Taking a look at the results, we can see Matt Thomas was running Disciples of Tzeentch and went 5-0, and then Matt Cram with Blades of Khorne. He didn't submit his list, so I'm pretty certain it was just 5 Bloodthirsters. So just looking at the 5-0 list, his list is Surprise Goats, which is a Disciples of Tzeentch Fated Blades list with Master of the Paths and Restless Energy. With Kairos Fate Weaver, a Reinforced Unit of Enlightened, Carrick Acolytes, Chaos Spawn of Tzeentch, Reinforced Unit of Zangor, Zangor Shaman, Reinforced Unit of Zangor, Carrick Acolytes, and Ogroid Thaumaturge. Now, I think this is very similar to a lot of the Tzeentch lists you might see happen in the next few months, where you might see a lot of people utilizing those Scourging around Carrick Acolytes to do swip, swap, swip, swap, swip, swap. The real question is do they have enough resources to put all of those things on the board early? And will things like Alpha Strikes and Alpha Pins actually wreck them like we saw in the live stream / battle reports that we did this weekend with the new Lumineth book? Only time will tell. Anyway, I hope everyone had a great time, and hopefully we can see this event grow, obviously with a community with so much opportunity for growth. Next up is our NPO Invitational, the Basement Beatdown, organized by Dom Elson. I have heard, actually there might have been a bit of an issue on one of the tables. One of the players was just slightly touching the models like this, and I don't know what it means. That's what I heard. Don't know where they learned that from. Anyway, taking place in Estevan, Saskatchewan. First time I nailed that. First time Saskatchewan. And organized by Dom. Now, if we take a look at the results, we can see that we got Brandon with Flesh Eater Courts and Kale with Lumineth Realm Lords. Brandon was running a list called Give It To Me Raw, which is a Flesh Eater Courts Royal Menagerie list with Master Pass and Restless Energy. We have an Abhorrent Ghoul King Royal Terrorgeist, Beast Flayers Terrorgeist Zombie Dragon, and a Ghoul King on Zombie Dragon, Terrorgeist Zombie Dragon, and then a Scourging Grand Abhorrent Ghoul Warden. Just such a good army right now. Into the combat meta, throw everything at it. Are we about to go into a shooting meta with Sentinels and OCR Bone Reapers? Let me know what you think. And then Kale Pinkos is running a list called Want to See a Magic Trick? I Can Make My Army Disappear. Turn 2, which is a Lumineth Realm Lords Elementor Guardians list with Manifestations of Hish. Then we've got Techless, Scourge Grand Light of Altharion, Sentinels, Wardens, Blade Lords. I think this has got to be old books, so it doesn't matter what you ran. But shout out to Kale. I hope you had a good time. Shout out to Dale for running the event. Hope everyone had a good time and hope to see the event grow. Our next event takes us to Canada again for an invitational. Run by Calvin. Shout out to Calvin at his house. So if you ever want to go over to Didsbury AB in Canada, so just to be clear, that's Didsbury OO, I think that's right, for the Badger Bungalow Bash and Battle Bonanza Brodown, then Calvin is offering some couch space if you'd fancy it. If anyone wants to travel from France or Australia or anywhere in the world, get yourself here. I'm going. I'm going to the next one. Right, and there's no 5 hosts, but there's only 141, which is Mitchell Bradshaw running Slaves to Darkness. And Mitchell's list is a Champions of Chaos list with Master, Pastor, and Inceptor on cover, with a Demon Prince and Ogro Myrmidon, Chaos Sorcerer Lord and Ogro Myrmidon, and a reinforced unit of Therodons. Oh my god, it's happening again. Ogro Myrmidons and Therodons, Ogro Myrmidon and Therodons. That's right, this is our third Therodon list this weekend. It is official. Everybody rebase your chosen and, stick them on larger bases and call them Therodons. It's happening. The Therodon takeover is happening worldwide. Our next event goes to England, to my event at the TSN Arena. Tickets still available. Go on the tsnarena.com website and you can go and get some tickets. We had 10 people this weekend. Our next event is now up to 22 people. It's almost sold out. And the event after that is sold out. And the event after that is soon selling out. So if you do want to get some tickets, hurry the fuck up. Anyway, we got Phil with his new Limited Realm Lords to play, which is super fun. He went 5-0, and Hazel with Inet Deepkin, and they're club mates. They traveled up together, and then Phil unceremoniously beat her in our bat report, which are on Patreon and also YouTube membership, if you want to go check them out. And also shout out to Michael Mendez specifically for his first ever third place at an event. That's great. His first 2-day GT. In fact, it was it Marco's first ever 2-day GT? Shout out to Marco. Love Marco. Also shout out to Thomas, who had the most incredible, if you're in our Patreon, like Discord, Virulent28, and he's also got a what's it called? Instagram account. You should go check it out. Most incredible army. It was like, everyone was like, okay, that's the first place. 100% vote, by the way. Never before have I seen a 100% vote for an army. Insane stuff. Anyway, Adam also captain. Interesting fact about Adam Lahr, most people don't know. He's the captain of the England AOS Spearhead team. Didn't know there was an international championship, but there we go. Anyway, so Phil was running Lumineth Realm Lords, new LRL. I mean, I can tell you what it is from the top of my head. His list is called I'm One with the Realms, and the Realms are one with me. I've not given anyone PTSD with Sentinels since 2023. Lumineth battle traits are so good I could play any War Scroll in the book. Except for Sentinels, they're literally unplayable. However, he did play with Sentinels, and also, in addition, he brought his own War Scroll, scroll, which he did calligraphy on every time he actually did a battle scripture, which I thought was cool. He was running Warhost of Duality. He had Leor, 2 units of 10 Dawn Riders, Light of Altharion, 2 units of 20 Venari Sentinels, and Enlightener. Just straight up, and I mean this so nicely, the Light of Altharion is utterly broken. Like, he's utterly broken. It needs to be its teleport needs to be once per game army, and even then, might be too strong. Ridiculous. Shout out to Phil, he's the best. Hazel, also the best. Inet Deepkin with a list called Shawking It Till You Blarjarbast with Scouting Force and Master Paths with Eidolon, Achillean Leviathan, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Achillean Alapexes and the Icon of the Storm. Great list, but running into new LRL is just a disaster. I had a great time. Great event. Shout out to all the lovely people. Andy, Paul, other Andy. It was just Kieran, but won Best Sports. Just the nicest guy. Great event, great weekend. I can't wait for the next one, if I'm honest. Like, I'm really looking forward to it, especially with all the new books, all the new drama. It's going to be very cool. Right, so just kind of to give you the best of the rest, we've got an event in Canada, Geek Fest, and also in the USA, we have the first annual Sigmar Red Dead Rumble 2026. So we've got Curtis Hand, who ran Inet Deepkin, getting a 4-0, 4-1 or 5-0, running Eidolon, Mathlan, Aspect of the Sea, Leviathan, and 2 units of Morsar Guard. Fantastic, super cool. And then Mark Piori was running updating Zapizard when the device taps out, which is an Iron Jaws Weird Fist list with Inceptor and Cover Master Pass with a Mega Boss, Brutes again, Ardboy Big Boss, Reinforced Unit of Ardboys, Zogrock, Anvil Smasher, and more Grunter. Fantastic. War Chanter and Weird Knob Shaman. So, and then the very last event, the inaugural Sugmatational GT at Vlad's Emporium, organized in Scotland. We'll take a look at our 5-0-4-1 placement. Conal Brosnan with a list called, oh, cool, I see you play Age of Sigmar. Can I ask you Sigmar means? Sigmar balls. Running a Sylvaneth list with some stuff. I'm tapped out. It's been a 3 hours cut to get this done. Okay. What have we learned? Nurgle is broken. That's what we've learned. So cool. Hopefully in the Battle Scroll update we see some points changes. Taliban and Nurgle, who knows? But they did seem to have a lot of pivot points. You didn't see, it wasn't the same cookie cutter list. It was like, I'm going to run Rotagus, and that's good. I'm going to run Glockin, and that's good. I'm going to run Great and Clean One and Rotagus, that's good. I'm going to run Pestigore, Plague Bearers, all Rot Swords. I'm going to run all Puskil Blightlords, great as well. Skaven also did fantastic this week. Skaven did super well. Soulblight Gravelords also did super well. I would say there's a Nurgle conversation, then below it you've got Skaven, Soulblight Gravelords need to be talked about. Fleshy Court still did really well as well. There was some usual hits, which was nice. We saw some Cities of Sigmar stuff, some KO. Sylvaneth also kind of floating in that kind of fun section that's doing super good. You know, occasional Hellsmiths was in there, which was nice. The occasional Slaves to Darkness. For Destruction, we got Uruks. We didn't see any Cruel Boys at all, actually, over the week, which is interesting. But I feel like there was a good, fair spread, but definitely standouts. Nurgle, we're about to go into an LRL meta as well. Tzeentch as well. Those books are going to come in hot and do some real damage to the balance of the game. So we'll have to see how that all kind of settles when you eventually end up seeing it on the table, like we saw with Nurgle. But I think the pivot points of Soulblight and Sylvaneth and Skaven is being really popular, is really, really interesting. Which I loved. I'm just really happy and excited to see that we're kind of out of that January lull, where it looked like maybe we were kind of pottering along as a community, and I was a little bit concerned, but battle tomes are being released from GW fast as hell. Updates are coming out, which is great. We're not too long away from, maybe a month away from a Battle Scroll update as well, so kind of mix and meta up. We'll see what that does. So it looks like there's a lot of ways to play, a lot of armies to play, a lot of new armies that are going to hit the tabletops, lots of new experiences for everyone. And then after the Battle Scroll, it's only going to be 3 months until we see a new General's Handbook, new Battle Scroll update as well, Sylvaneth book to come out, OCR book to come out. We still probably need to keep up with at least a battle tome a month before we get to Christmas, and then we get to that kind of 6-month period where they release a bunch of stuff leading up to 5th edition. So there's a really exciting kind of, fast-paced, energetic Age of Sigmar over the next year, which is really fun. So I'm hoping you're all looking forward to it as well. Hope you want to join me on this journey. Thank you to everyone on Patreon who supports what I do, or YouTube membership for supporting what I do. A special thank you to all of you. And thank you to everyone. I hope you had a nice day and loads of love. Look after each other and everyone in your communities.